said the name of Poultry dwumadie mu no you say Poultry dwumadie wo hoyi and the fast will be breba na adwuma bia nso so no ye hwɛ ne fast no na ye hwɛ enema esi akwan ye betumi di adwuma no nso so abafo hu ye say Poultry dwumadie mu no yarewa ahodo bebree betumi ɛha nkokɔ no ye kan yarewa ye wo mmoawa nkuma doni from microorganisms and pathogens a yɛde yarewa ɛba Poultry dwumadie mu ebi ne deɛ yɛwɔ yarewa mmoawa a yɛfrɛ mo viruses yɛwɔ mo nso so a yɛfrɛ mo bacteria yɛwɔ mo nso so a ɛyɛ protozoa ɛna yɛwɔ fungi yare mmoawa wei a mɛka ho asɛm yi ɛde yareɛ ahodoɔ bebree ba poultry industry nim.
Poultry production provides income for both large and smallholder farmers in Ghana. Many families in Ghana rear chicken at home. This provides them with protein such as eggs and meat. Some farmers sell these birds to support their livelihoods. Despite all these benefits, most poultry farmers do not manage their farms very well, leading to introduction of diseases and loss of birds. Biosecurity involves a series of steps, procedures, and practices implemented to prevent the introduction of infections into a poultry farm. In maintaining biosecurity, poultry farmers in Ghana adopt different measures and methods to secure a disease-free environment. With proper biosecurity, farmers can reduce the chances of infectious diseases on their farms. The four main disease-causing organisms in the poultry house are bacteria, fungi, viruses, and parasites. In this video, we will learn how poultry farmers in Ghana prevent the entry of disease-causing organisms into their premises, reduce the load of disease-causing microorganisms of the surrounding area, and eliminate present disease-causing organisms within the premises. Every poultry farm must have a biosecurity plan. This way, the farmer can reduce the risk of introducing and spreading diseases. Farmers are to note that the farm's performance is linked to good biosecurity measures. Anyone working on the farm should understand how the quality of their birds is affected by their biosecurity measures in the farmhouse.
There is a saying that prevention is always better than cure. And the good book also tells us that cleanliness is next to godliness. That means anything good, anything clean makes a kind of perfection situation. So once you keep an environment clean, it means you are in a good track or you are in a perfect track as far as poultry industry is concerned. Now when we come to Ransbourg Poultry Farm, biosecurity is very key as far as our activities are concerned. We are aware that the poultry industry is challenged as far as diseases are concerned. And one of the measures to ensure that you overcome this disease is to put in place a proper biosecurity systems or measures. These biosecurity measures involves a lot of activities. First and foremost is to ensure that your entire facility is fenced, creating access to only authorized people. These authorized people only have access to the facility through the appropriate channel or route. This route has a biosecurity system, that is a food bath with water and disinfectant, and also a separate entry for vehicles that also enters. Within the food bath, there are medications that we put in there. The essence of these chemicals is to reduce the transfer of germs, fungi, viruses being transferred by visitors coming in. We are aware that people visit different farms at different times, and therefore people coming in, we might not necessarily know where they are coming from. And once we put in these measures, whatever bacteria they are transferring, about 90% of it is eradicated when they step their foot in those food baths.
Let us go through a step-by-step list of the protocols that farmers in Ghana undertake in maintaining proper biosecurity. Step 1. Limit access to farm. Visitors are one of the major causes of disease outbreaks. In poultry operation, many people move between poultry houses and farms. They include supervisors, veterinarians, vaccination crew, traders, electricians, feed truck drivers, and other similar visitors. Keep their visits to a minimum. Visits should be planned for prevention of disease outbreaks. Step 2. Keep strict controls. Use perimeter fencing to keep people and other vectors out. Use no trespassing signs at farm entrances. Lock gates, houses, and main entrances if possible. Make sure that all go through the wash stations before and after leaving the farm. Disinfect all trucks entering the farm. Do not allow drivers to leave the truck or wander around the farm. And take a feed sample from each truck load and store it for future reference in case disease or performance problems should occur. Step 3. Take the necessary precautions when people do visit the farm.
Routine measures of disinfection that takes place on our farm include putting chemicals or disinfectant in the food bath of every entrance to the pen, ensuring that sick birds are isolated and kept at the appropriate isolation pens. Dead birds are disposed of at the right place that has been earmarked for burial. And most of the time, we ensure that samples are taken to the veterinary for them to do whatever analysis that are required for us to determine the cause of the death of those birds. Staff are also entreated always to be in the proper dressing to avoid contact with certain diseases that may be transferable to humans. Just as the health of our birds are paramount, we also ensure that the staff who takes care of these birds are also healthy. In that regard, on a daily basis, any staff who report of any disease or misfeeling is not allowed to get in contact with the birds, but rather are referred to the nearby clinic for checkups. This is because some of the disease can be transferred from humans to birds and vice versa, meaning some of the birds can also transfer diseases to humans.
Visitors can transmit diseases from one farm to another via dust on hand, hair, and clothing. Visitors who have been near poultry facilities within the previous 24 hours should not be allowed to enter your farmhouse. Prohibit farm social visits in production areas. Maintain visitor records. Ask visitors to register by name and include the date and time of their visits. Make visitors wear boots and coveralls whilst on the farm. Do not allow visitors to wear hats or caps. Make sure that all visitors use foot baths when entering the farm and moving from one area of the farm to another. Make sure that all visitors wash their hands with soap and water, and teach all employees how to handle visitors. Step 4. Make sure that all workers practice good sanitation.
Say if viruses are nyarewa viruses etimi de ba ebi ni den ye wo gumboro ye wo Newcastle ye wo fowl-pox ene de ekeka ho ofa fungi a yare titiru a fungi timi de ba a ha nkokɔ aspergillosis a ta ha nkokɔ nketwa during the brooding stage ye wo aflatoxins a free wonnuane a wan keep ni ye na ahura na wodi akofidi nkokɔ no say ye brew say ye soya say ye even finish feed a wa compound a wodi ato dada na one store ni ye na ahura eno so den yarewa ebre nkokɔ no Oba bacteria asa ye wonyare te say CRD sadan akuafo bebre ni mu no, that is chronic respiratory disease. Hankokɔ no home also say kokɔ no ete so ye wo other bacteria to say Clostridia. There were a whole lot of other bacteria, E. coli, near the other. Nina, ye more one kitwa win when a day, sir, Yarwano at the bread and cocono. Of far protozoans, so I becca coxy. Cranibia and coxy said it to me, Hancocono. We do baby nan cocono, Diana Mudino. Na nutrients are also munya because Omuyama crew to say the independent Osano. San and cocono sweet yam crew. Na mwama nutrients are also munya no mudin and omunya. Bedru baby no na afei emwa no ekwa gyanan a mogya wo eno ne yefre no coxy. It is somewhere we nyina no ekwan a befa so abɔ ho ban se enwura okua yo dwumadie ni mu no ene se odi niema papa be bo sa niema no ho ban a yefre no biosecurity. Yeka biosecurity a the meaning nyina ne se ye protect life. Bio means life, security means protection. It ye bo enkwana ye kura na ye hwe no ho ban e de friend biosecurity. Empempi you know ye ka biosecurity a ya na ya adwuna kosi se ye mo ban omo ba farm na be sai no nko a. Nenso so enye no nko a ne biosecurity. Bruni ka se ye conceptual biosecurity. Ye behavior biosecurity. And ye war sanitation. Workers are ye no mo ye adwuma no so no. Ehia se omo so e church omo no mu hu kwan omo befa so a omo di omo dwuma se be ya emfa yarewa emremo ano ebi ni say I was a workers no ye mo working years e ka working years a enye de worker no di free aba I was a farm no etumi de kaso na ope atade a worker no ba adwuma mu ha obehye aye adwuma opom a obegya no farm ho onfa nkofie na ochina no wose ebe adwuma a wode aba because yes no a etumi ba se ode moa wafra bonten e de beba ene ye baako omompabo omo hye nso so hia also ba adwuma ne mpabo wode frifie bai no otumi gya ne baabi na ohye de adwuma no de ama no ansa na otumi awura buuni se be no so ye betumi abo nyarewa moa a betumi de yare abrenkokɔ no ho ban afri abonten na ofri a oba no wuyi no so free ho a de ehu ne se kuafo ye nam se ye nkokɔ ho adwuma nti ye sintakrabo anyina ye nkokɔ aye poultry yes no kre na nso so no ye poultry as a business a ye nhwe ye se ye nkokipu yes ye kipu pets na obohu no obi ne office na nim ho na wode akobi asen ho na o cage kitwa bi ankokɔ ayi enoma a omo ho afen kakra bi wom ade a wode gigina ni da bi yehu ye se samoa no omo so ye careers a omo tumi de nyarewa ebe we ye fom ho it is ye poultry as a business dia na ye hye ne nso se ye nkipu samoa moa no ebi wo ye farm ebi onso so ye farm no a ye hye ne nso se to say nwie a ye duadua de nton no mo ne other insects ebe ba farm ho no ye momodian say e be jai because certain ornamental plants no attract to say ton no ne other beetles ne other insects omu nyina so ye vectors ana ye can say ye can vectors a omu tumi de nyarewa no bi de ba o hye no so a ntontom ne nwansma e de fowl pox e brenkokɔ it is a aduaba a ben ubuo no too much a yenka say nua aduaba na nso so obeduadua nuaba wo farm eni kwa say ben buo no ankokɔ no wo mu no ye betuma dua nuaba na gyenwunu na aboa windbreaks ni ade na nso eni kwa say ben ubuo no pii because egu nhirene na say moa wa no ba so a moa no so ba omo so de saa moa na timi de yare no ba no eba eni nti say ben buo no pii a ebetumi ama no so wanya problem ebi also so what say food bath ya ka food bath once I'm say another measure of biosecurity your food bath you provide food bath at the entrance of your buo no and yes we provide the food bath na ye adwuma kwan a befa so a obese sensuo no ani adu a wodi begum so ho hia de biara da was a sensuo because wotie mu a wokɔba nyinaa no na efi no bi ɛɛba nsuo no mu efi no so dɔɔso no na aduro no ahoɔden so ɛɛte nti na ho akɔhia sɛ time biara no wobɛsesa foot bath nsuo no ɛyɛ efi a na wasesa wobɛtumi mpo a dakoro wasesa no mpremienu ansa na day no akɔ awieyɛ yɛka foot bath na nyɛ no nko a na yɛka yɛnim yie sɛ yɛafuo no mu no yɛwɔ akwan a yɛde kaa na moto ɛfa so ɛde nnuane no kɔbuo nim saa kwan a gyigya ato hɔ nyinaa no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ tam bia yɛbɛdi ne ni ɛsiane sɛ si yɛni hɔ ni na yɛma kwan yɛtoto nneɛma gugu hɔ anaa yɛgya hɔ afiafi na nnomaa ba bɛsisi hɔ anaa atwitwe mpɛtɛ no mu ne nneɛma ba hɔ na sɛ ɔmo bɛgya ɔmo anan wɔ hɔ a ɛno nso so yɛnam hɔ a yɛkɔ no anaa kaa no anaa moto no de aduane no kɔ no ɛbɛtumi afa saa mmoamoa no bi na de abɛn wo buo no na wɔde awura buo no mu na ama akokɔ no nso so anya yareɛ.
Step 5. Follow recommended sanitary practices for healthy poultry flocks. Visit the youngest flock first, then move on to the older flocks, and finally visit the sick flocks if necessary. Don't leave one flock house and enter another without using a foot bath. Allow for adequate cleaning time between flocks. Clean flock environment thoroughly as each flock is moved, including poultry houses, equipment, pump house, dead bird disposal areas, and dispose of all dead birds properly. Step 6. Prevent cross-contamination. Step 7. Establish regular cleaning and disinfecting procedures. In establishing regular cleaning and disinfecting procedures, farmers need to thoroughly clean and apply the right disinfectants. This is because some disinfectants do not kill all types of organisms.